Dramatic arrow. Really, it's not that hard. Second dramatic arrow. In this tutorial, I'll take you through some of the basics. First, we'll look at adding and formatting text. Second, voiceover and sound. Third, inserting images. Fourth, arranging presentation elements. Fifth, animating and timing. Sixth, saving and exporting. Seventh, potential uses and advantages. And finally, drawbacks and limitations. Before we get started, this is the overall look and feel of the program. Again, it's very similar to Prezi. Here you can see the whole palette with the dramatic arrows and all the text you've seen scribed thus far. If you want to add text, you simply click the two T's in the upper left-hand corner, type in whatever you'd like, click the check mark, and your text will be inserted directly to the palette. Here it is, somewhat centered. You can manipulate it using the formatting palette just below. Here we can adjust both the timing and the formatting of the text. The plus and minus will add or subtract the amount of time it takes to write. This arrow here will adjust the actual font of the text. This will adjust the alignment, and this will adjust the color. If you'd like to add audio to your VideoScribe, it's pretty easy. You can record your own with the red microphone. You can download something off the internet with a globe, or you can click the download button and do what I've done and use an outside program from your that you've used to record to your hard drive. You can also add a soundtrack. There's lots of pre-installed ones if you want mood music, I suppose. Here's another quick look at your palette thus far, just to give you an idea of what's going on. Down below, you can see the timing of all the events. This is the fun part. This VideoScribe program will draw just about anything. All you got to do is press that button. They've got a bunch of preloaded clip art that'll draw for you. I've selected something here. Let's guess what it is. Again, whatever you select will be drawn with this hand. It's all preloaded. You really just click, and that's it. Any guesses as to what this is so far? What could it be? What could it be? You can also adjust the amount of time that it takes to be drawn, the hand, etc. And as soon as it's done, it will colorize and stay for more or less as long as you'd like. There you go, there's our crab. So now that we've got an element in, we want to adjust the timing. How long is it there for? How long does it take to draw? To do so, simply click on the image just like you did the text earlier. You can adjust the hand there with the hands you see. You can preview the drawing with the play button. You can adjust the amount of time it takes to draw with a plus or minus down there in the actual formatting palette. You can press the pause button to increase the amount of time the drawing is left on the screen after it's drawn. You can change the color, same way you changed the text color. There are also some advanced options with the cog just above the hands there, where you can adjust how long it takes to transition to the next item. Again, this is similar to Prezi. If we click on the Draw tab again, we can see there's also an option, we lost it, but there's an option to upload either from the internet or from your hard drive. In this instance, I've got an image that I use in some of my curriculum. You can, if you get more advanced, when you insert an image, you can actually tell it how detailed the drawing should be, as well as how long it should take. And as soon as this is done, just like the crab, it will show us the original image, and I've set it to linger on the screen for just a moment. Oh, those piercing eyes. And again, just like Prezi, you can move things around the palette, and it will pan from one item to the next. So here's our palette overall. You can adjust the size with the arrows, sorry, not the arrows, the boxes in the corner of the crab there. You can also adjust the rotation with that center button. You can move it around so it's above or below any of the other elements. And if you click the, so now we've got this VideoScribe going. We want to save or export it. While you can save this to a hard drive, and it's great to have things on solid state, you also have the advantage with this program of uploading them to a cloud. Clouds are great because we can download and upload and do all kinds of great stuff anywhere in the world. To do that, we simply click the Create button on the upper right-hand corner, and then the Export button just next to it. And here's the palette again. You can see those buttons in the upper right, as well as the play button, which will allow you to preview the totality of your scribe thus far. Need to work on my timing. So when I first started playing with this, I started to think of how could I use this? And I started to think about how I think and how our students think and how our brains are kind of really impacted and adjusted by the amount of time we spend in front of a screen, how stimulated we are. You're literally rewiring neurons, and the way our kids are wired is in line with a program like this. They like to watch things animated. They like to see things drawn, and frankly, I do too. So the more stimulated I am in a healthy way, the better off my brain is, especially if I am in an ELL. If I'm an English language learner, the visual stimulus is really important. And while our students are sitting in our classrooms, hopefully really interested in what's going on, I think a program like this could really help us to keep them engaged. And if they're engaged and interested by what's on the screen, what's in front of them, then I know I have them thinking. And if I have them thinking, I know that I can get them over their affective filter, and hopefully I can get them speaking. And once they're speaking, they'll say wonderful things like this to you because you're such an incredible teacher. So I think this has a potential application for our kids in K through 12. You can use it for guessing games, for silent instruction, kind of like I did earlier, reading exercises, storytelling, for any kind of animated mini lessons, and it lets you hit all four modalities, which is something I look for in any kind of technology I'm going to use. Here's some disadvantages and drawbacks. Dun dun dun. First, money. This program is actually designed, oh, there's the bell. This program is actually designed for advertisers, so it costs a little money to get the licensing rights, but not an overwhelming amount. Second, just like Prezi, it's a time commitment to get one of these things to work. Something this long actually takes quite a while, but something simple like just inserting the crab really wouldn't take too much time. So again, it's a bit of a time-consuming technology. Finally, it's all run through this company Sparkle, which is wonderful for having created this, but you're ultimately relying on them for your intellectual property rights. And more practically in our case, you're relying on them for software updates, for keeping your data safe and sound and all that. And since I haven't gone pro, I don't know how good the company itself actually is. So overall, it's a little bit limiting and clunky in some of the same ways that Prezi is. You have to get a paid subscription. And finally, it is a time-consuming process. Hope you've enjoyed my video.